Welcome you all to the Reality or Not podcast with your boy DJ Reality and your boy Brian Clincy from Nothing New Under the Sun. What's good with you, Brian?
Man, you know what it is. I'm blessed and impressed with the life God gave me, and I'm making it happen. Everyday captain. What about yourself?
You said everyday capping?
Everyday captain.
Oh, okay. I thought you said capping. I mean, these are young niggas. I was like, you out here faking on these niggas? Like, what we doing out here? Like,
no cap.
Like,
right?
Look,
Exactly.
I don't understand that, man. Like, to answer your question, yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Everything's good. I finally hit below 180, man. So I'm just like targeting the goals. I mean, 180 was the big, massive goal as far as me cutting weight and stuff like that. So I was extremely excited. That happened on Thursday. And then I weighed in and I did a juice fast like the past couple days. So I was kind of low energy, but I was still kind of cutting. So some of that weight I will come back, but it won't be above 180. Well, that's the goal, is to not have it above 180. But capping, like, I can't use the word capping, man.
180?
You say what?
You trying to stay under 180 or 184?
Yeah, staying under 180. Why not? Okay. You know, like
how you feel?
I feel great energy. I felt good. Got up, start cleaning up and stuff like that. That's why, you know, when you had pinged me, I was like, hey, I was literally just cooked breakfast, and but I was cleaning up. I was like, well, I'll wait till you hit me up, blah blah blah. But you hit me like, let's go, nigga. I was like, shit. I was like,
I was right on time.
So. No, look, it was like right at 11:22. So I was like, shit. I was like, nah, just, you know, put my eggs and bacon and blueberries and shit on the plate. And I was like, well, shit, let me hurry up and scarf this down. And the cameras and everything was already set up, so I wasn't tripping on that. But because I set that up yesterday. But all that being said, yeah, man, I'm trying to stay below 180, man. Like, just, you know, we get into this mentality that, you know, like, and I'm not saying, you know, this against anyone or anything like that, but we get comfortable at certain levels and we like, well, we want to hit another goal, but we be like, well, I'm good where I'm at. Because I've seen people say, well, I don't want to lose weight because I gotta buy new clothes, or you know, or you know, stuff like that. And that stuff kind of
come in every flavor. Like it's
nigga.
It's all good, dude.
Look, like it's exhausting. Like I had somebody reach out to me and they was like, because I was like, hey, look, if I put you on a plan, like you will hit your goal. You know what I'm saying? You may not like the plan, but you will hit the goal. You know what I'm saying? They was like, well, I want to hear the details of the plan first. I'm like, nigga, I don't like commit. Like if I tell you I got something, I've been able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, you know, I don't want you to sign up blindly, but I do want you to commit to saying, I want to lose the weight, you know, because we can all say, hey, I want to lose the weight. Hey, I want to make $1 million. Hey, I want to do these things. But what are you doing to attain it?
That kind of go right into what, like, so you like the post that I was talking about with the credit thing, right? I used to work on people's credit, right? Mm-hmm. And like, there's a commitment level. If you want your credit to be good, it's a commitment level you got to have, right? It's all a numbers game, and numbers is easy for me. But I'm guessing discipline and numbers ain't easy for everybody else. Well, for a lot of people. But
accountability isn't big on a lot of people. And people stay accountable to themselves versus like, when I hear, I don't ever hear full commitments from people. And they say, hey, I want to make more money. I want to, like you said, get my credit right. I want to cut a few pounds. I want to do these things. But you keep, I hate that because it's been overused so much, but the whole definition of insanity, you know, doing it over and over again. But
results, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Like, bro, if I'm doing the same thing, like if I'm doing the same thing for the last 3 months, the same thing for the last 6 months, the same thing for the last 12 months, same thing for the last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, etc., and I'm not seeing any change, then fuck, it's on me. Like it's literally on me to be able to do that change. Now, of course, you know, things come into place, but you know, you still can, like you said, change it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a drinking problem, you know,
Don't drink on Mondays. You know
like drink once a week, or drink. If you say you drink 5-6 times a week, drink 3 or 4 times a week. You know, I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I'm saying in general, like I'm of the ilk of, hey, if I feel like something, if the doctor tells me, and this is the problem that, and I don't want to like the whole doctor thing, but because I feel like sometimes we lean too much on doctors versus focusing on our health ourselves. But if a doctor tells me, if you don't stop I don't know, smoking, then you're going to die. It's like, okay, cool. I'm going to stop smoking. But I'm saying some people lean on the doctor to be able to tell them that, whereas you know that smoking impacts your body on a regular basis, whether you're smoking heavily or whether you're smoking slowly. It's just how quickly you want to die. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with drinking, the same thing with cholesterol, all of these things. We know that these things are not necessarily good for us. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with indulging, but you just have to indulge at a pace that makes sense. And you got to counter that with, you know, healthy options as well. You can't just, you know, drink and smoke yourself to death, you know.
Yeah, but and then like I got a little story about that, Sean. I went to I'm on medication right now. I went to the doctor, had to look me over, and the doctor was kind of he was at first he was kind of pressing me. When I said pressing me, like because I told him, you know, I went to Istanbul, got the full body stuff, and I just need him to. So I got a bacteria infection called H pylori or something like that. And it's causing me ulcers in my stomach. But like I don't like again, I don't you be in pain so much, sometimes you just forget about it and it just become your regular level of operation, right? So it didn't bother me, but I wanted to, since I knew about it, I'm gonna do something about it, right? But when my man said when he was talking about it, he was like, yo, I had told him that I had stopped taking the medication that I had got from over there because I didn't see any results. And so he interpreted that as I didn't want to take medication. And I said, no, I didn't say I'm resistant to medication. I said I'm resistant to medication that doesn't work. So like
and it's all guesses. It's
yeah, I will take medication as long as I put on my blood pressure, and I see that it changes. Now, what I can tell you is it changes when I have physical activity. It changes when I have sleep. It changes when I sleep better. It changes when I'm not under as much stress as I am right now, right? And I say that to say, like, I was just giving them the business. I was like, look, I take the pills for at least these 30 days, and then like we can count up in the 30 days. I can show you what my data say, and then we can go from there, right? And then he was like, okay, cool, I'm with that. Well, you know, I talked to you about my hand. I had I don't know if I broke something, injured, but I injured my hand. So he checking out my hand and stuff, and he was like, he did basically the same thing that I did, right? And he was like, well, I'll get you some x-rays. I'll order you some x-rays. And I was like, what's the point? He was like, to know if it's broken or anything, you know, we can go from there. And I was like, if it's broken, y'all don't cast it or do anything to it. It's just rest, right? Rice. I'm sorry. That's what the rice is. Rest, ice it, compress it, and elevate it, right? If I treat it like that, then I don't really need.
Damn, nigga. I thought you was gonna say rice and beans. Is like I've never heard that. Okay, keep going, my man. I never heard that.
You never heard rice? Yeah,
never.
So he was like, "Oh, dang, you're right." Because when I broke my foot, they ordered X-rays and they didn't do nothing about it. I was like, "Yeah." So like, my point is, I'm not
more money out your pocket.
Yeah, I'm not wasting money or energy for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? And so he understood. He told me if it didn't get better, that
and then you come back and get it checked out. It's not.
Well, he put the X-ray order in. He said like he'll give it to Monday if it's still, and this was a Tuesday, that the next Monday. So if it's still bothering me, he said, you know, go ahead and get the X-ray. But if it's not bothering you, the swelling is going down. You see the swelling. He felt the swelling going down too. He said then we go from there. And that's what I'm about. When I say I'm living a Tyler Perry movie, dude, like I feel like all this stuff is like lining up, right? You ever have family that you love talk bad about you behind your back, but in front of you they just like, hey, what's that?
I don't fuck with them, and I really have a hard time. I have a hard because I say I'm not anything I say. I want to say behind your back, but anything I say to, and look, my mom, I hate to bring up my mom all the time. I love my mom, man. I love talking about it. I love being around her sometimes. But anything I say around my mom or she says to me, she has a problem with me saying it to the person that she's talking about. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna say it, I was like, she's like, don't say that so loud. Blah blah blah. I was like, I don't care. They know? Like, why am I trying to like? It's not. We're not going to fight. You know, like what is it? Like what is?
If we do fight, it is what it is, right? Like,
but what are we fighting about? Like, and my mom said something like, I'm trying to think of a good example. If she said something about Jay, Jay in prison, she said something about Jay, and she says, well, he don't know how to listen. But Jay does listen, but I'm just saying as an example. She said he doesn't know how to listen and all that. I mean, you got to preface that, because nigga in prison, so he didn't listen to something. But it's like, if she said something to that point, I'm gonna tell that nigga like, yo, you don't pay attention to niggas. Like people are trying to, point you in the right direction. And granted, I mean, look, your path is your path, but if you're asking for help or if you need help, take the help, versus trying to do it on your own. Like I said, if I had some form of help, and I mean, whether it was financial, whether it was guidance, whether like I literally had to learn a lot on my own. You say what?
It depends on what that comes back with, right? If you ask for help and I'm gonna get charged for it later, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just get like a short. I ain't even gonna put who it is, right? Say your auntie sold.
Call them out, nigga.
Right? No, because like
fuck them. Shit. But listen, this is the thing. This is what we just talking about. I'm okay with calling you out on the fuck shit because like that's the thing. Like I'm not going to say anything that's like criminal, anything about but at the same time, like fuck it, shit. Like I mean, because the thing is, they know you talking about them anyway, and then they go talk about you behind your back, and then go say this shit to your face. Man, fuck that shit.
And that's the thing. And I like Shantae, this week I lost the interview because of this podcast. But I was like, really? Hell yeah. So I get
what happened? Man, do I need to edit better?
No, man, it is what it is.
Do I need to make it available to all people?
Basically, so the lead developer came back, did a Google search on me. I think it was between my because I'm the CEO of my stuff on LinkedIn, and I don't know if he felt like that was a bit like I might be jumping in to try to control stuff or whatever, or I might be his competition. But she said like, "Do you have a podcast?" And I said, "I'm on a couple podcasts." And she was like, "Oh, okay," because I think some of it was due to like the podcast. And I was like, "Hey, did they hear me say like?"
We don't say nothing crazy on here. I mean, I might say something on the crazy end, but but it's all in jest.
I think I asked a question about. I think it was something. I think it was a short where I was not talking about. I forgot what it was, but it's a short that come up and they like, oh, that guy. But in the grand scheme of things,
let me know. I'm a scour. I'll filter.
Ain't no sense of scrubbing it. Like, because here's the thing, Sean. I'm what life give you either take it and your feelings hurt about it, or you take it and it be motivation. I'm a Michael Jordan, this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but that's some bullshit, though. I don't like
that. Don't even want to talk to me because you seen something online and didn't ask me about it. That to me is some real immaturity. Like, especially when people can say what they want to say. Now, I ain't.
Did they tell you? Did they tell you what it was like? The particular one.
Like I said, she was being real PC.
No, that's fuck nigga shit. Don't be PC on, because the thing is, like, that gives me the opportunity to look and determine, like, okay, well, this might have caused them that. Like, don't give me ambiguous response. Like, I call it corporate.
That's why I'm Mother Nature where I don't care. Like now normally when I'm looking for jobs and I haven't did it, was I shut my Facebook page down. So I shut my Facebook page down. And I like my LinkedIn, I might put my title back to developer or whatever, but I haven't did either yet. So like maybe I need to do that because you can't keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. But at the end of the day, I'm full speed ahead. Like I said, I'm Michael Jordan. But everybody who doubted me, everybody who put that on my name, I I feel like I'm blacklisted somewhere. It is what it is. Let's go. Like, so I'm gonna take I'm gonna take what's mine. You see what's behind me? That's what I'm working on right now. I got the website done. Y'all go to if y'all really want to support me, y'all go to jbs.com, jbscoffee.com, and sign up for updates. Those numbers help me get people really knowing that people want coffee in Muskegon. And then like we doing something big. It's not just a coffee shop. It's a movement. So
no, man, that's some fuck shit, nigga. I ain't happy about that. But no, because like I said, it's just
it could have been my podcast. I mean, it could have been nothing new.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like you I feel like sometimes, like even within the podcast, right, while we're talking, it's not. I can't think of too much that we would say that. I mean, like I said, I could be offended. Like the things that we talk about, in my opinion, are health, wealth, how to get more in, I want to say trauma, but the things that we dealt with growing up, right? Like it's not really too many things outside of that. I mean, of course, we'll talk about something random that's happening within the news and stuff like that, but we tend to stick within those boundaries. So I say that to say that you can't, when people you drive your own path, right? And I say that they were looking for something to not hire you. And whenever I look at opportunities, I always say, or even if I'm in a position to hire somebody, I always look at it like, I try to not look at the reasons to not hire you versus the reasons to hire you. And when you see somebody that has, you can see somebody that has ambition, drive, focus, but they may not have the experience, so it's like, well, how do we counter that? How do we get them trained? Because that sometimes training could take a little bit more time, but you can end up developing somebody to be the best them. And I know for me, like I pivoted over to product management. I came from computer science, and hell, when I got the opportunity, I didn't know what the hell product management was. I didn't even know the product that they were hiring me for. I mean, I was blessed, but because I came from an internship to a fucking 30-year-old intern to a motherfucking job, what I'm saying, that they trusted me to do it. And they didn't trust me to do it because, I mean, of course, it was computers, so it wasn't that far off, but they trusted me. All right, so I'm gonna go back to that what I was saying. So I kept saying in my head, so I forget it. But all of it said, they trusted me to be able to do something that I had zero experience in. And I was able to, leverage that to where I'm currently at today. And a lot of people don't get those opportunities based off of experience or they just don't have the knowledge of those things. But I say anything could be learned. You teach me how to do something, or if I can learn on my own at this point in time. And, some people are kind of against, the whole AI thing. I'm like, yo, like, it's funny at my job. They're like, well, you can't use AI, but you can use AI. So there's like, yeah, our whole thing is to have AI incorporated within our policies, but we don't want you to use AI. I was like, well, that doesn't really that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But
I understand that. And I'm gonna tell you why I understand that being a developer, right? So being a developer, and I think that's what made these people kind of think about me too, because like they work in defense. It was a DoD contractor who I was interviewing with, but they also couldn't use AI, right? And so I was like, dang. But when I was working at the FAA, I mean, yeah, the DOJ and FAA, I've worked for a few different government agencies. When I worked for the DOJ, we couldn't have AI, right? Because it was all proprietary stuff that AI takes your stuff and sends it up to the thing, diagnose it, then bring stuff back. So if your code can't be analyzed by any outside factors, then they might not want you to use it on the code, but they want you to use like the browser to take that problem and take it to there and see what a possible solution would be.
I mean, I put it like this. I'm not a coder at this point, and I'm writing user stories. I'm doing the things that like either I could take the time and just sit up there and do it all day, or I can put explicit, because we have AI, but like we have Rovo within Jira, we have Copilot within Microsoft. So it like they want you to use it, but they just don't want you to lean on it, right? I'm using it more so from a time sensitive perspective. Like you like, hey, I want this to be deployed in a month or whatever. Then I mean, hell, I'm not going to sit there and handwrite a user story, but I will put all of the details for the story and say, write it. And then I would look at it and then go ahead and make sure that it makes sense for what you're trying to release. But it's like, but why would you not utilize, technology is crazy, bro. Like, I mean, and granted, if you have an option to use the browser and stuff like that, that's fine. But I do feel like it's weird with companies that they fight technology on a consistent basis and they lose every single time. Like, you can't beat evolution. Like, you can't beat evolution within life. You can't beat evolution within corporate. It's just what it is. Like, it's inevitable. Like, it's you cut the head off, then 3 grow back type of mentality. Like, you can't really. I remember when MP3s. I remember Napster, right? And I remember I was on what was it? Merck. And I was like, hey, what's a good, because you had to do a lot to be able to figure out how, like, this is 98, but you had to do a lot back then to be able to figure out how to get MP3s. And I remember I was in a chat and somebody was like, yeah, you should check out this thing called Napster. And I was like, okay, now let me look it up. Like, Napster was my best friend, bro. Like, and it's funny too, because I was still a fan of the music enough to still go and buy. I was still buying CDs, but mind you, this was at a time where I was starting to DJ more and I was starting to get there. And then, but I easily transitioned into the whole digital side as far as, from a DJ perspective, because, vinyl was starting to go away and, Serato and Final Scratch came around.
And then getting newer music faster was the biggest thing, because people would have music and they'd be like, yo, you got it? And you're like, they don't have it.
I could just look, I was DJing last night and somebody was like, hey, you got this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, but I can get it, and it just, I'm saying from where we're at now for where we were, fighting to get back then. I still remember the night Napster closed. You know what I'm saying? I remember they were like, Napster's going to shut down at like 2 a.m., blah, blah, blah. And I remember everybody in the dorms and all this stuff was still like trying to hurry up and download music fast. But you look at what happened with Napster, right? They tried to, what do you call it? I want to say monetize it, but they tried to, well, I guess monetize is the word.
Try to monetize it.
But it was, Napster took the downfall for everything that came around. Because you had Kazaa, you had Audio Galaxy, you had all these other.
LimeWire was a big one, so that's
LimeWire was huge. You had all of these different.
But see, I never used those because I was old school, and I'm still kind of old school with that, because we had IRC, MRC, IRC. We had I had FTP servers. Like, that was the way I was. I was
using Merc. I used Merc until Napster came around. I was like, "Fuck you, Merc."
Oh, that's what you call it, Merc.
Yeah, Merc or Bearshare was one. But yeah, I was using all those platforms until
Bearshare is it's not an IRC client. Like, so it's IRC. IRC is.
But it made so it gave a UI to everything I was doing on these other platforms. I was like, perfect, because hell, Audio Galaxy.
It was a different, but they're also a different protocol, right?
Yeah. So, but look at Audio Galaxy, right? Audio Galaxy was straight up a browser. You didn't have to download anything. You go to the browser and download the songs. Which WinMX, it was a bunch of stuff that was just, like I said, you cut the head off and 3 more grow. We be so resistant to technology rather than trying to figure out. Now, I will say that, like I said, we use Jira. So Jira has Rovo. You have, like I said, Microsoft and Copilot. They're starting to make sure that the data that you're feeding it is, within their organization.
Within the domain.
Yeah. Because I can't use ChatGPT, or I can use Gemini to a certain extent, but I tend to stick with the one that's within Jira because that's where my focus is as far as work. But it's just interesting when an organization says don't use AI, but use AI. I'm like, well, I mean, it's just how you feed it. Like I have I created a what'd you call it? A agent. I created an agent within Jira that I attach to all of my user stories that I create. So within that agent, it's making sure that it fits it exactly the way that I do it. And then I still go back and make sure that everything is correct, but it's following the protocol within the agent that I created. So
yeah, and if y'all don't know what Jira is, it's a project management platform that a lot of companies use. It has a lot of streamlined things in it. When you talk about stories, you're talking about things that need to get done for development. So
yeah,
that's
and that you deploy to the public, or it's a part of, like, say for instance, you have an iPhone and you say, hey, I want to, I don't know, update the OS as a simple, or the operating system. You know what I'm saying? Like the user story would be, as a user, I want to be able to update my operating system to 28.2 so that I am able to achieve these specific features that we didn't have in previous operating systems, if that makes sense. So yeah. But yeah, man, let's jump into, because we kind of went head fast into all of the problems that we have in life. But what's
hey, see, I don't even see them as problems. I see them as challenges, and I see like I'm gonna jump right into one of the topics. It's like ain't nobody coming to save me, Sean. Like when we talked a little bit before we started recording, like ain't nobody coming to save me. I got to save myself. So like my self-reliance is like, hey, if you don't get a job, you still got to make it. You still got to entertain. You still got to. So now my pivot in life has been, hey, if I don't have a job, how do I make the same money or like-minded money or make my money stretch like I did when I had a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm looking into corporate financing, going public. Like when I say like I'm actually doing, like we doing like P&Ls and stuff like that. I went back into my accounting handbook and got like pulling out these line items and stuff like that. So it's been an experience. I've worked with I went back home and worked with some of these organizations that have money to help small businesses. And that's another thing. If y'all looking to start a business, y'all looking, it sounds so romantic and sexy, but it's hard work. But there's people out there to help you. And when I say help you, I'm saying they've set this process in motion before. So it's not like, hey, I got to go and find something different. It's just that you have to be disciplined enough, like you were talking about earlier, self-reliant. If you want to make the change, you got to say, hey, I'm making a change, and do it. Versus like, if anybody comes to me and wants their credit fixed, I'm asking them what did they do before they holler at me, because I'm not wasting my time, my energy on my life, right? To go back to your point, it's like, if you're not self-reliant, then you at the mercy of everybody else, and it's nice that you can live like that. I cannot,
bro. So let me ask this question. So when is it? This is on par with the topic. When does it become? Why? Okay, I'm trying to word it correctly, because I was going to say self-preservation versus being selfish. What's the difference? And I say that as in, I know for self-preservation, you have to have a bit of selfishness to be able to maintain. I want to say selfishness. I think it's just you're trying to make, when you don't think, or when you don't focus on what you have, I feel like other people, like when you try to focus on other people's problems, or you're trying to focus on trying to help others versus trying to help yourself, and it could be leaned on that you're being selfish because you're focused on, I don't know, your career, you're focused on your business, etc. Like, when is it, like, how do you find a balance between?
I'll give you an example exactly what you're talking about. So I'm gonna go just back to the example with credit repair. Like I used to fix people credit, and then I used to love the fact that I knew people with good credit. But then I started realizing that they would come back to me 2 or 3 years later and be like, "Oh, I need some help with this, and you helped me before." So like this, when I gave them principles of budgeting, principles of what they got to have in order to spend what they spend. So like my feelings was a little hurt, but I was like,
they should never be returning to you. Like
yeah,
that's the whole idea of the whole idea of repair is it's like getting your car fixed. And then coming like they be like, well, this is the best muffler, and then and then you get that muffler or whatever, and then I don't know, and then in that example, like you end up putting another bad muffler on there, even though the muffler that you had is good, but yet you went back down that.
You soaked your car in salt water. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got. How did you get back in the salt water? You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how it is. And so I had to make the decision because it takes some energy, and you teaching people, so you have to take them step by. Because I just didn't repair credit and be like, oh, there you go. I used to be like, look, we hitting this up. This is your highest debt, depending on what you had. Like depending on what people had. Like it was a plan that we executed, right?
Yeah.
So you execute the plan, and I see you at 650, 700. I'm like you there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then 2 years later, like, because it's not an overnight process. Anybody who picks your credit overnight, they just doing some stuff.
No, they doing some foul shit. Yeah, no,
they doing some stuff to get back on there. It's the principles of understanding what your credit score look like, even build up, right? But what I realize is that causes me stress. That causes me stress. And when it causes me stress, I can't take care of myself. If it like I got high blood pressure right now. Like what Yandro said, I already got high blood pressure. I don't need a salty bitch. Right? So let that shit go. Because they'll find some other sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my thing is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take care of myself and get myself in the right mind, so I can move forward with some people that really want to move. And you could call it selfish, or you can call it self-preservation. But if I don't if I don't put the mask on myself, then I'm gonna run out of oxygen on the same flight. You know what I'm saying?
Now look at it like this, right? So that stress, that potential, or that developing the high blood pressure impacts everything that you're doing for yourself. So sometimes you have to remove those things to be able to, I don't know, at least lower the blood pressure, or be able to help you get to, because if you don't, then nigga, you go die. It's like, nigga, I don't have the energy to stress myself out over things that don't need to be stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to someone the other day, and they kind of just start going off about nothing. I was like, it's funny. I was like, okay, this is where it spirals out. So I'm just going to remove myself from the conversation. They was like, what? I was like, I'm out. Like, I'm out of I can't solve problems that you're creating in your head. I just don't have it. Like, I'm out. Like, it's just agree to disagree, because I don't have the energy. It's like it's selfish in a sense, but I'm okay with being called selfish at this point in time in life. Like, hey, look, you got to protect yourself. Oh, go, my bad. I'm sorry.
You only got so many summers up. So like talking on the phone is a hard thing for me, right? Because like I got so much to do. I don't want to sit around and talk on the phone, especially if you want me to concentrate on the conversation, or with the stuff that I'm doing, I really can't do and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
So, I have some people that used to call me just to want to talk. Now I had to cut them off. I was like, look,
I can't do it.
We ain't talking about nothing. Like, or else you get upset because I'm talking about a problem that you said you had, but you don't want to address it. So
yeah,
F it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm okay with the conversation if like I don't like if we're talking business, or we're just like understanding like what I don't like it's an introduction, then yeah, but outside of that, bro, I have a 30-minute limit. And even on that 30-minute limit, it's like it's weird. Like, say for instance, certain people, right? I'll talk to you and I call you just on the humble, and it could be we can end up talking an hour, we can end up talking 2 hours. But even still, from those conversations, I'm gaining something. I feel like you're gaining something, even if we're just passing off the conversation, but I won't stop you from doing whatever you got to do. I'll be in the background. Like one time I was talking to you, and I damn near cleaned up the whole upstairs. Like like I had my AirPods in, and I'm just cleaning, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to Eddie. That's why I wanted to do the podcast with Eddie, because every time I talk to Eddie, it ends up being a 3, 4, 5 hour conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally what I was like, well, no, well, shoot, the stuff we talking about, like everybody, you know, not that everybody cares about it, but it's good. That is good dialogue for people to hear. But I'm saying that to say that everybody don't get those conversations. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have time to sit on the phone with somebody
too, though, Sean. Like because I had to grow to realize that, hey, there's a lot of people that want pieces of me, right? Mm-hmm. And like I've had to learn that maybe that's why I'm not in a relationship that's like that, because I got goals and my vision is bigger than just me. So like people will be sharing me with people. My mom had an issue with me hanging out with my mentor. Like my mentor knew I was in town before she knew I was in town, and she was like, "How that work?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, if you can't share me, I'm from the earth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you can't share me, then you need less of me. You know what I'm saying? And
look, I can't appease everybody
about nothing.
Yeah, I can't appease everybody. And I used to try, you know, like I used to try to spread myself thin. And I noticed when I was spreading myself thin, I wasn't focused on myself. And then even when I'm not necessarily focused on myself, but I was losing part of me, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't, you know, looking at the things that I could be doing. I'm like, well, I'm trying to do for others, blah, blah, blah. And you get lost in the shuffle. Like, damn, 4 or 5 years done passed, or 10 years done passed. And I'm over here trying to, you know, help others, but not to say that they're not helping me. And I don't even expect, the thing is, I don't even expect that. So even if I don't expect it or it's not being given, I have to do it for myself, because nobody else is doing it, or I expect that to come from anybody else, you know. And it's hard for me, honestly, to this day. It's hard for me to take help from others, you know what I'm saying, just because I'm so used to not having that. So when somebody help me, I'm like, oh, well, I mean, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I hold it in high regard. Like you damn near, we best friends. It's like it's stuff like that I can appreciate. You know, I had DJ last night, and a few people came out, and I wasn't even expecting them to come out. You know what I'm saying? I had posted like in a little chat. I was like, well, man, I really appreciate y'all coming out, because I didn't, you know, nobody was like, hey, I'm gonna be at your thing, da da da. But then, you know, I looked in the chat, it's like somebody said that, oh, well, I'm gonna be there. You know, if anybody else want to come out, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I appreciate that genuine, like they didn't have to come out. I mean, they had to come out and spend money. I know for me, I don't like to go outside that much. So if I'm not like DJing and stuff like that. So I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, people doing those types of things for me, versus like, you know, people, and this is one of the topics as well too. You know, it's kind of like we were talking about gatekeeping. You know, I feel like sometimes people gatekeep opportunities for you, you know, just because of they may have fell out with you and blah, blah, blah. And I had to learn, like, I never, like, say, for instance, if we fell out or something like that, right? But I see this opportunity over here for, you know, I don't know, where I'm working at and stuff like that. I see this opportunity that pops up that I got reached out from a recruiter. I'm gonna be like, look, you know, not to say I can be like, man, I ain't fuck with you, Brian, but here go this. But I'll be like, yo, this came up, blah, blah, blah. And you can either take it and run with it, or you could just still be mad at me. But I feel like a lot of people tend to gatekeep opportunities, you know, whether it's, you know, something as simple as, I want to say simple, but me DJing for an event and blah, blah, blah. I remember one time I DJ'd, it was a woman that I messed around with, and I DJ'd her wedding. You know what I'm saying? And people was like, you DJ'd her wedding? I was like, yeah, I'm a good DJ. Like, what is it? Like the DJ part? Like, I didn't hold no feelings towards. Yeah. Like we weren't together, blah blah blah. But she was like, hey, I need a DJ, da da da. I was like, cool. So that's the time to not. That's when gatekeeping didn't happen. But I'm pretty sure somebody was like, I mean, because I think a lot of people, or a good amount of people, know that I DJ or still DJ and stuff like that. But might have said, well, in the back of their heads, like, well, I'm not gonna recommend him because I don't talk to him, or he got on my nerves or something like that. So
yeah.
I mean, I had that happen for a job one time. Yeah, I mentioned it on the podcast, even when I was applying for a company, and the person straight up just was like, took me through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? Just because I reached out to him, and then I just reached out to our cousin. I forgot the shit. I worked for him. I reached out to our cousin, and then I reached out to one of my guys I went to school with. He gave me a referral like within 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I applied for the job like the next morning. He was like, hey, I had a referral for you. And like by 8:00, he's like, I got to prepare for surgery on Tuesday. So I ain't gonna be able to do it right now. And I pinged him at like on a Sunday night, so, and I'm sitting up here fighting for a referral from this other person. And they just taking me through the ringer, asking me for all of this extra stuff. Like all you got to do is add in like, hey, look, you can choose the path that you can choose the things that you want to do, but just note that I don't have to adhere to your process. And a lot of people get lost in the sauce, or I want to say in that situation, but I think sometimes, like, my mom gets butthurt if I don't take her advice, but my mom offers unsolicited advice 83% of the time. like literally, like I was talking to her. I forgot what I was talking to her about. It was the other day, and I was like, Ma, I don't need it. I got it. I'm not telling you to solve, like, because like you said, I mean, we talked about this on the podcast before. We're natural solvers. You know what I'm saying? So from a parent perspective, they're always trying to like solve your problem. But nigga, okay, this is what it's about. So I had to get gas. Now I know exactly what it was. I had to get gas, and I'm at Sam's Club. Sam's Club tend to have the cheapest gas, or Costco, wherever, like the big, big companies. So I'm waiting in line. I'm getting gas, and I had just came from Sam's Club shopping too. And she was like, well, you could go to Shell and get 5 cent off or 10 cent off. Yeah. And I was like, well, it's still cheaper. I have a Shell's account, by the way.
Okay.
So I looked at what Shell's was, and I looked at what, like, I evaluate things. I look at the big picture before. I'm not going to go to Sam's Club willy-nilly if I haven't checked to see what every other price is. And I know that, like, you got apps and stuff. I don't have to go to each gas station to see what the gas price is. But she was like, well, sometimes you get 15, 25 cents off. And I was like, and I wasn't about to argue with it, because no, that's a whole ass lie. Like, I wasn't about to argue.
I got 25% off. I got 25% off.
I've never seen 25% off of the 10 years. Because I started out using Tammy's account. And I was like, well, shit, why the fuck? I gotta always remember her phone number when I got
my receipts. I'll send it to you, but I
believe you. Shit, you ain't gotta prove shit to me, nigga. I got you.
I'm saying I've had 25 cents, but we had more. Well, one, I was driving a gas car. Like when I go out of town and stuff, and I fill up. I don't just put $10 in the tank. Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, I feel like,
I mean, the most I've ever seen off was that 20 cent. That's from Wesco, and that's when you got to buy like a certain amount of stuff.
Shit. Wesco, I just got my daughter had, because they be buying the slushies and stuff.
All that shit counts stores, and
I
didn't spend less than $5 filling up at Wesco. Like at time.
Wesco.
But
if y'all don't know what Wesco is, it's a gas station based out of West Michigan, and they have it ain't Wawa's, or they don't have food like Wawa's or nothing, but they good people.
Yeah, no, but all in the grand scheme of things, it's like, I don't need your help figuring out how to get gas. I don't care. I don't even care. Like, if I can get the discount, that's cool. But when my gas tank is on E, I don't care. I'm not going to drive looking around for a Shell. Like I gotta get gas. I'm at Sam's Club. I'm gonna get gas and I'm gonna get on the highway and I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna take I already got my groceries in the car, so I'm gonna go home and do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? But offering that, that help. I'm not asking. Like, she gets upset about me not taking her advice, is what I'm saying. Like, I care less about whether I get 25 cents off or whether I get $1 off. Like, if I want to do a thing a certain way and it's not going to impact you, then you should not have any feelings or resentment. Now, the only time that I feel like that is kind of iffy is when I come to you about, as an example, I'll use the Sam's Club example, and I'm like, oh God, like my car stopped because I got the Sam's Club gas or something like that. Then you're like, well, nigga, I told you I had to go to Shell. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. I'm just saying that's a reach because gas is gas. But I'm just saying, like, if I come to you about a problem that you gave me some advice on, like, and I'm not a I told you so type of nigga, but I mean, I be thinking it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I be thinking it. You know what I'm saying? It be in my head. You know?
I be thinking it. But when you keep coming back to me and like, my son is a great example of that. But yeah,
nah, I'm definitely not
that segues right into my Jay-Z thing, right? Because you said your mama is who she is. She's going to represent. Now, Jay-Z, he had the concert at the Yankee at the whatchamacallit, and he addressed
Yankee
Stadium, right? And he addressed the Target thing because he had to deal with Target. And I even think about the NFL thing, right? Like, do you trust Jay-Z in the room representing for us? Let me just ask you that one first.
I don't trust nobody to speak for me, but I feel like I will say for Jay is one of them individuals that, whether it's NFL, whether it's any branding, I was watching this Memphis Bleak interview. It was like yesterday or the day before. And he was saying, no, well, not that one. He was talking on where this other guy was kind of going at Jay-Z about the Target thing. And he was just like, Jay has shown a lot of people how to do things the right way. You know what I'm saying? Rather than doing them, the drugs way and stuff like that. Like, I forgot the line that he said. He said, I told you about the drugs so you didn't have to go and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was saying, more so like, this is the game, move away from that, because I can't speak for him, but that's what I got. That's what I interpreted from the line, that, I'm not trying to teach you how to sell drugs. I'm trying to show you how to go around and be able to be better as a person without having to go through that process. He had to go through that process in his mind. But to answer your question,
if you think about that line on 444, when he said he's trying to give you game for
for $9.99.
Yeah. Trying to give you $1 million worth of game for $9.99. And yeah.
But to answer your question, I like you say, in a NFL room, I trust him. I mean, even the whole Kaepernick thing, I mean, he was the one that brought that to the table, even though Kaepernick chose a different route to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he was genuine in trying to do it. I feel like he was he's bringing more of our more diverse strategies when it comes to the Super Bowl. I mean, I feel like he's like, even the whole Target thing is stupid, because I mean, everybody, I feel like we pick and choose who we want to target. Because Kendrick had did it, J. Cole had did it, Drake didn't do it, because had Target exclusive releases or whatever. That was like a whole conversation as far as like everybody else that was doing it as well. But I hate to be that person that just be like, well, because they did it. I don't care. Like, I mean, Target, am I for against Target? I feel, are we for against Amazon? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we pick and choose the ones that are convenient to be able to avoid. Like, you tell me, hey, boycott Amazon for whatever. I'm like, 2-day free shipping. stuff like that, that we pick and choose on the fight that we want to have. Like,
I mean, for one, let's unpack that, right? Picking and choosing the fight. First, I'm gonna go back. So Jay-Z being in the room, right? Do you think he is representing for the culture or mostly representing for him, or is it one and the same?
You know, what I would hope he's doing, because like I said, I can't speak for him. I would hope that he's speaking for the culture, and I think that he does. But a lot of people tend to look at Jay-Z, and it's weird because it's like I told you, we pick and choose, right? You say Jay-Z, you say Nas as an example, right? We don't ever question, what I'm saying, other artists, but we question Jay because he probably has the biggest light on him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting when we debate what someone is or isn't doing. I know for me, I will fight for our people as much as I can, but God damn it, some of y'all niggas get on my fucking nerves that I question on fighting for. I'm like, why would I want to fight for you if you've only doubted me, or if you've only questioned the things that I do? Because all of Jay-Z moves are questioned. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he's in the NFL room or if he's not in the NFL room, there's still going to be questions about, what he's doing within his career. But he's a public figure, so I can't really,
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my take on it. Jay-Z is not an Uncle Tom, so I can appreciate a real dude from the street going in and representing a real viewpoint. Now, do I think that he is out to get his money first? I think he is more self-preservation, but what do you expect from somebody who came from where he came from, right?
But who wants to get into it to lose though? Like of course, look, what I'm saying is, like,
and I'm not
I think that's I'm saying that's an automatic. Like, I would expect him to want to get some value out of it on his behalf, just because, like, you don't want to, like, the Kaepernick situation as an example, that was the opportunity for him to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gained nothing from that, with the exception of the people, like, he didn't, there was no monetary or no value into that. He was trying to resolve a situation off of somebody that, that was technically boycotted from the league.
Blacklisted. He was blacklisted from the league because of some stuff that didn't make. I mean, yeah, he was blacklisted.
So let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question with that. And this is where I'm like, not that I get why he was blacklisted, right? Do you want to bring more of a problem to your organization than a benefit? And I say that from an NFL perspective, that if you hire a backup quarterback at this point in time, you hire a backup quarterback that's bringing all of this attention, media-wise, and they're not even like the focus of the team. Is that something that it's like hiring a potential issue? Like, would you do that within your organization?
You remember my man? You remember my man, Johnny Manziel? Oh, you can't see me, but you remember Johnny Manziel? Dude never really played football. I mean, never played professional football, but was getting paid. Like, they got him because of the mockery that he was. You know what I'm saying? Like the hype is hype, whatever. But I think they could have did it and been the hero in the situation too. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, dude, cool with me, so I'm gonna give him an opportunity. But it's when you work somebody, like, so my thing is when
but Johnny Manziel was a Heisman. I mean, he was a talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm saying it from the standpoint of I mean, no. But can you imagine hiring somebody that, say for, I'm trying to think of somebody as an example that we grew up with that I can't really think of. So I'll give another example, right? You say, what's his name? Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, right? when he stood up,
when he was Chris Jackson and he changed his name, right?
Yeah. But when he, did the I'm not standing for the flag and stuff like that, right? He, in my opinion, Chris Jackson or Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf at this point was one of the best players, like not even just best shooters or anything like that, one of the best players in the league. And the NBA did it a little bit different than the NFL, where the NBA, he went to teams. He started after the whole controversy and stuff like that. NBA kind of does it where they lessen your minutes, they lessen your visibility. Because I mean, you think about it, there are NBA players that have the talent or could be, in the NBA now that they're not. Like it's all about marketability. And it's fit. Like if you look at Ben Wallace on the Chicago Bulls or the Cleveland Cavaliers, he's not the same Ben Wallace as he was with Detroit. Yeah, and granted, in hindsight, he should have stayed his ass. I mean, even though it was $12 million difference, he should have stayed his ass in Detroit because, like you said, I mean, man, when you got that $65 million for 4 years for Chicago, I was like, I mean, more power to him, but it really depends on the team that you're on and the visibility that you get. I mean, you look at what's his name, Damian Lillard. You know what I'm saying? Him going to Milwaukee, damn near. I want to say it had him out. I mean, because he was still hooping, but he didn't have the visibility that he had on him in Portland. Now he's like, he had the full year to recover. He still got to figure out how to be able to get that back. But it's gone. You look at LeBron. I mean, we talk about that. Like LeBron is trying to figure out where he's going to go. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like he's trying to do it from a business perspective and then from a visibility perspective. It's like, well, if you go to Cleveland, I mean, we had talked about this in the text, but you go to Cleveland, it's the Cleveland boy comes home, blah, blah, blah. You do it at Golden State, you're chasing the chip. You do it to Philly, you're chasing the chip. You do it to Miami, you're chasing a chip. You do it to Minnesota, you're going to play and have fun with Ant and Melo. So it's just, but it's like, but why would you, like, from a perspective, like business perspective, why would you go to Minnesota if Minnesota isn't like as large of a market as a Miami or New York? And honestly, if New York would have won the championship this year, he'd have went there. But
I think he liked the biggest stage. I think LeBron likes the biggest stage to be on the biggest stage. But I think it gives a thing to say you're the winning piece to be able to get the championship. They got the championship, so now it looks like he's ring chasing. So New York is not even an option, But
so
is he ring chasing or that's my problem.
I think he doesn't care. I mean,
because he earned it. You know what I'm saying?
His career's solid. I mean, like, look, that nigga walked away from $49 or $48 million. Like that nigga, that nigga can do whatever the hell he wants. I mean, of course he's gonna be able to figure it out on the back end, but nigga, money is money. Like he could have literally just stayed with LA and made them have to trade him. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's $49 million. Like, nigga, there's no way in hell I would walk away from $49 million. I would sit on LA Lakers bench.
I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the best place you should have went was Denver. I think that would have been
Denver's considered too. I mean,
but I think
they got the place for him, they got the position for him to be able to do that, So and you can have Jamal Murray just play like a true shooting guard because that's technically what he is, but he plays the point,
Yeah, so I think that would be because he could take games off because I think realistically LeBron plays 60 games, 50 games this year, he'll be ready for the playoffs and he could be that piece that take you over the top, right?
Yeah.
Anywhere he goes, he could take. I don't think like even in Miami. He's gonna have to play. He's gonna have to play 70 games for them to be in the top 4.
Yeah, I think having them as it would have been nice if they could have figured out how to keep Tyler Hero. Because I really like Tyler Hero, but it is what it is. I mean, you had to
be back home in Milwaukee now.
Look, you had to give him up for Giannis. I mean, I'm never it's not too many pieces that I would not give Giannis up for, or I would not give up to get Giannis. So I mean,
but Giannis got to prove himself because he got his. We didn't change that. Now I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. Jay-Z being in the room. I understand that.
No, nigga, we on this NBA shit, nigga. Talk about motherfucking Giannis. But wait, no, I know we over time, so finish the Jay-Z shit.
I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna tell you.
If LeBron was in the room, I would feel better than Jay-Z. I'm gonna just be like I think LeBron and when you say a benefit for the person, I'm not like Jay-Z making money that's cool. I don't think you should extend yourself and not make some money. But I think the extent of the money that you make and then the policies that you create or the capital goes into our community. You know what I'm saying? So like I think if he's gonna step up and say, hey, Target, this is what we need, I think people should see the investment from Target in our community more than they see it in his pockets. That's all I'm saying.
So let me say this about that. No matter what we do in the public image,
you got lower on the mic.
You say what?
Okay, you got lower on them. Yeah.
I said no matter, because I was calming down. I was like, no matter what we do, there are going to be at least half people or 50% that don't like it. It's going to be 50% that fuck with it. Jay-Z, no matter what Jay-Z can go through and renovate all of Marcy projects. And I'm not going to say this is going to be the specific narrative, but the narrative would be, oh, he's gentrifying the neighborhoods. He's pushing us out. I'm just saying that as an example that people will find ways to speak against the good things that people try to do. You know, like you can do something in Muskegon and people will be like, oh, he think he's somebody, blah, 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 rather than you're trying to do things for the community. Now, of course, other people would be like, oh no, he's doing great things. He has his garden. He has his coffee shop. He's doing this. He's doing all this. And there will always be people that will try to justify or try to discount the work that's being done. That's why I said I like the fact that we have Jay-Z in a room. And that's dope in itself. Jay-Z was not in these rooms 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z managed to get himself in these spaces.
Would you rather have Jay-Z or Snoop?
Jay-Z.
Whoa, word? Okay. Would you rather have Jay-Z than LeBron?
I almost feel like they're one and the same, to be honest. I do feel like LeBron, I mean, because the thing is like, well, why? The question always ends up happening within our community. We always ask why is LeBron doing this? Why is LeBron not what the question right now is why isn't LeBron signed to a team? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, I mean, hell, Adam Silver even came out, was it yesterday, saying LeBron needs to hurry up and make a decision because we need to plan our NBA games.
Schedules. We need to plan our schedules. Yeah.
No, you plan your schedule based off of the schedule. Like LeBron has earned his right.
That's exactly why I want him in the room. This dude knows how to leverage everything. You look at his contract. You look at how he lined up his contract to maximize. The last 2 years, he maximized the hell out of it, right? Yeah. Opting in was his first time ever opting in with the player option, right? So, like, you get to see, not to say that Jay-Z don't do his thing.
I feel like LeBron learned that partially from Jay-Z, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Jay-Z kind of gave us the opportunity, or not to give us the opportunity, but gave us visibility of, hey, I don't need your typical record contract. This is what I want. Hey, I don't have to go with Nike. I could go with Puma. Hey, I can do these types of things to leverage my celebrity to create my own shoe through Reebok. Like, it's things like that we don't necessarily acknowledge just because it's Jay-Z. But Jay-Z has done a lot for the culture that we don't, because it's Jay-Z. You know, I'm saying Jay-Z has done a lot for the culture. But
he did better than everybody, right? He did it first, right?
I feel like Master P taught us a lot as far as the independent game.
I mean,
right?
you sent the video, right? You sent the video to the group chat.
Yeah,
right?
no, but I'm saying like that Master P was more so within the music industry versus, I mean, of course he was able to, get his shoe deal and stuff like that. But
I mean, you talk about shoe deal, you talk about entertainment, you talk about
everything. Like Jay-Z has his hands on a lot of things. I mean, Jay-Z's in the NFL rooms. Jay-Z, like he's partnering with things that, hey, if Master P started the trend and Jay-Z just took it and ran with it, like the things that Jay is doing, from a entrepreneur. I mean, Jay-Z shouldn't be in these rooms. I mean, if you think about it, like what says Jay-Z should be the president of Puma, or Jay-Z should be the president of NFL? I forgot, entertainment, whatever they call it, or the Super Bowl shit. Like it's nothing that says Jay-Z as a former drug dealer, that he should be within his rooms. But back, I mean, because we kind of skated over that. But Snoop, nigga, I don't. Snoop is. I feel like Snoop is our George Clinton. Snoop will continue to be visible within the public.
Rooms that Snoop has gotten commercialized to where he had the Olympics. He had Snoop can get in rooms, right? That I would have never thought. But I want to before we talk about Snoop, LeBron.
We got to
LeBron team. Like he hooked his team up before he knew Jay-Z, right? So I feel like his team, he had a plan before he even made it to the NFL. I mean, NBA.
Yeah. I mean, but he used Jay-Z as a lot of advisement early within his career. He said that himself.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see LeBron saying, "Hey, this is what I got. How you think I can do that?" But he already had when somebody put their people on. I look at Jay-Z people, right, and the people that rock with Jay-Z, I don't really see them making moves like you see LeBron team.
I don't know. I mean, you got Tata, you got
what Tata doing?
Tata works for Jay.
What doing what?
I don't know. I don't know what that nigga job is, but that's what I'm telling you. I don't worry about what other niggas is doing. I'm just saying Tata is doing this thing. Biggs is doing this thing. They're all working. What's his name? His boy that got out of prison. He put him right on or whatever. He's doing branding for the Rockefeller team or from the Rock Nation team. So it's just like I don't need to. I know the only person that can say they're not really doing that, and he's a fucking asshole, is Dame Dash. He's the one that pushes against Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like everybody else. You don't hear any grumblings to say, well, hip hop or Kiambo or whatever. He's not they all working still within the space. It's just weird. Say for instance, all of the Dame Dash rhetoric. It's bro, what? You could have literally been on stage with hell, Kanye. Look at Kanye. Kanye fucked up. Kanye calling Jay-Z kids retarded, and then people's like, well, why won't he let Jay-Z? Why won't Jay-Z let him on stage? Because he called my kids retarded.
Yeah, I would he's like, yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, and not to mention that his kid, I think one of the kids, one of the kids are supposed to be on the spectrum, so it's even worse. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of bro, you kind of went too far with it. People making excuses. Talking about well, it's because he's bipolar,
or whatever.
But that nigga, when that motherfucker was screaming nigger in the crowd at when Michael B. Jordan and my man was talking, I didn't accept that shit. Fuck that. That nigga is yelling nigger. I don't care if he has autism or not. Or was it not autism?
Bipolar. Yeah.
No, the dude that was at the war show yelling nigga in the background as they perform it. Tourette's. Right? Tourette's. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, no, it's I don't nigga, you say that shit because you want to say that shit. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I don't care if you got Tourette's or not. You catch hands. You know what I'm saying? It's just smoke. And granted, I'm gonna expect Michael B. Jordan to jump off stage and just go smack a nigga. But at the same time, that was kind of just glossed over just because of a condition. I was nah, nigga,
your condition can still get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still
Look. If I go
day,
out,
right?
if I go out yelling, I'm trying offensive word. If I go out yelling faggot or cunt or queer or no, I'm just saying, like, it's not words I use, but I'm just saying, like, if I was doing that and I could be like, well, shit, I mean, I got Tourette's. You know, I feel like sometimes, and this is probably a whole nother topic, but sometimes we tend to downgrade the stuff that happens within the Black community versus everybody, all these other ones where it's the focus when something happens against them. Just imagine if it's a nigga in a crowd and they yelling, I mean, something that I want to say is as offensive, but it is offensive, but like a nigga is like cracker, you know what I'm saying? While somebody's while Brad Pitt is receiving an award. Like that shit would be crazy. And if it's like, I don't know, even if I'm gonna say Kanye because niggas just don't like. Kanye was my dude. Like, I fuck with Kanye's music and all that shit until that nigga just. I mean, I still fuck with his old catalog, but I still don't. I can't condone the shit that he said or that he says. Even though I tell people all the time, Kanye has always been Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you go to the whole anti-Semitism, the talking about people's kids and stuff like that, I'm like, bro, like now you're really
it's
just
it's a line you cross, and then like, I don't have to accept anybody back, but you know we got to get out of here. But before we get out of here, Sean, I want to play this little game with you. Love it, hate it, get it. All right, so I'm gonna say a word.
Love it, hate it, get it. Yeah, you ain't gonna do the word game with me no more. Did I fuck that shit up last time?
No, because we got to keep provocative.
No, but I'm saying, did I fuck it up last time? Because you asked me, I forgot you asked me something, and I can't remember my responses, but I can go back and listen to the podcast. But yeah,
it's funny. That's why I was like, yo, I need to do something like that again. So right.
Okay, you said got it, get it,
love it, hate it, got it. So got it is like, get it. It's like get it. Yeah, I get it.
Love it, hate it, get it. Okay, love it,
hate it, get it.
Right. Okay. Do I got it? Love it.
Birkenstocks.
Yeah. What's the one that I hate it? Is it love it, hate it, right?
Hate it?
Yeah, hate it. Love it. Let's go with hate it. Yeah.
Publix.
Love it.
Tidy whities.
Hate it. Wait, what's get it? What's get it again?
Get it is like, hey, I rock it. I roll with it. It's not something I love, but it's not something I hate.
Oh, right? Okay. I might get it on Burke. No, I fucking hate it. Let's go.
Okay. Vaseline.
You say who? Vaseline. Hate it.
Yes.
Lotion too. Fuck lotion. Hate that shit. I don't like it one bit.
Corporate culture.
Ooh. I guess get it.
All right. Capitalism.
Get it.
Israel.
Oh. Pass. I need
Zionistic is Israel.
I need more details before
Zionistic Israel. What do you think about that one?
I don't even know what that is.
Hate it. Zionistic?
Yeah, well, I don't.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Which one do you remember?
Birkenstocks.
Why do you remember Birkenstocks?
And fried bologna.
Fried bologna, it was a first, right? So like I
will still eat some fried bologna. I love it.
Do you cut it? Do you cut the 3? So
you said, do I cut it?
Yeah, you know how you use it. Well,
you talking about that big ass log?
No, I'm talking about the bologna, and you know how bubble in the middle.
So to hold up,
so you take those little slits.
No, I like it to rise. I don't do that shit. I like to actually rise, and then on the other side, when I flip it, I like push it down, so then like it gets a nice little chard in the middle. So then like I got the chard on the outside on one side, and I got it like kind of charred in the middle on the other side.
Right.
And then Birkenstock stuck out. I don't know, because I mean, I be fucking with shoes, but I remember Birkenstocks was like a thing, but it wasn't my thing. So like I said, I wasn't totally against it. I was gonna say get it, but I would say I hated it just because it was just kind of, I don't know, everywhere and shit. Like niggas would wear Birkenstocks with socks and shit, like with thick socks, and I thought that shit was weird, So
yeah, they make like a I ain't gonna say a tennis shoe, but they make an athletic shoe too.
I've never seen an athletic. I've never seen a Birkenstock. I've never seen a non-stereotypical Birkenstock.
Hey, that's why I had to come with something that's a little off the wall, because I was like, yo, if you say anything like regular Birkenstocks, like they got a culture to them that you be like, yo. But all of those things have the things that they have in common. That's a culture to them. Like there's a fried bologna culture. Like there's some people that hate it, love it, but so like it's definitely a culture. Birkenstocks, I didn't know how much people. I know they're orthopedic, but I did not know how many people like really rock with Birkenstock. Right? Like it's a culture.
I remember this dude. We went to high school with. I think he's a year ahead of us. Gabe Bot. That nigga used to wear Birkenstocks, some thick socks
in high school.
Yeah. Let me finish. So he wore Birkenstocks, some thick socks, shorts, a t-shirt, sometimes a coat, and he drove a hearse.
Oh, I remember that dude.
Yeah,
I remember that dude.
I was in band with him. We both played trombone. And that nigga said he owned 2 pairs of pants.
That's why. I was one of the dudes I saved because Andy, who I knew from orchestra, actually, they used to. He had a short haircut. The dude that you talk about had a short haircut.
No, his hair was long. His hair was. He was definitely a preppy, like
the punk rocker type.
Yeah, definitely. Like literally Birkenstock, thick socks, shorts, t-shirt, and sometimes he wore a coat. And I'm talking about we was outside marching in like all through marching band, and that was his. Whether it was cold, it didn't matter. He was not wearing pants. I've never seen him wear pants outside of our marching pants.
Wow.
Yeah, like he literally wore shorts every day.
Were you at the school when we had that skinhead thing going on?
Yeah. You talking about Bunker?
No, I'm talking about at the high school when people.
Are you talking about when
they came up there? So like him and Andrew used to hang around each other. And like, because Andrew was a year ahead of us. He was 94 or whatever. And, after all that stuff had happened, all the black people was going after any skinhead looking dude. Now, Andrew, he was a swimmer. So he used to keep his hair cut like real low or whatever.
Andrew, who?
I had to go. It was him and the dude that drove the hearse. I never remember.
No, I'm talking about who is Andrew. Like, what's his last? Do you know his last name, or I don't know who Andrew is?
I forgot his last name, but he played the bass. He was a cool ass white dude.
Okay.
Dang, I don't remember his last name. So I see Andrew. He and the dude with the hearse. I think they were walking towards his car, and you see all these all my people just coming down on him like they about to bust him down. I'm like, because like the dude looked like a punk rocker with his hair.
Yeah. No. Look, Gabe. If you look at Gabe, you would think that he does not shower. But Gabe was cool as hell. I rode in the hearse before. I was like, this is random, but okay. Yeah, he gave me a ride to the crib. Yeah.
But Andrew, like I said, he was a swimmer, so he had the low haircut, and like I think he had like the one long curl or something that was in there. So ran up to him, was like, yo, these my people, they good. They go to Muskegon, they here, they good. They're not skinheads. Like the skinheads is in the front of the school. You know what I'm saying? Like they was riding down because they was throwing stuff and stuff like that. It was crazy, but I was all for it. It was good when you start like.
Shit, I remember we was about to get into it at Bunker. Shit, that shit was crazy.
When we got that when we had to walk home from the dance. Yeah.
That was a crazy. See, that's what I tell people all the time. Like people don't know
you're the one who started KWC, right?
No, Rafiq.
Rafiq was the one that started it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but look at it like I still remember that night. It was just a crazy night that, like you said, we was leaving the dance, and something happened. I don't know what happened with the bus. For some reason, we weren't able to get a bus ride. Like we couldn't get home.
Got in a fight on the bus. We got in a fight. I think Robert. We were fighting. It was because I was one of the people fighting. What was we in the 9th grade? No, we was in 8th grade.
No, we was in 8th grade because I remember I remember that one dude. I forgot his name. Ben motherfucking Cross. I remember that big motherfucker. Like I was like, fuck, like, and that shit carried on. I remember we was walking down. I forgot is that Lake? What's the name of that street?
It's Lakeshore. It's Lakeshore.
Yeah, Lakeshore. Yeah, we walking down that street, and they were coming from the other direction. From around, because it was a park up there that we used to do cross country at, and they was coming down that, so it was almost like we were walking this way, and then we ended up like kind of like in each other's face or whatever, and then whatever. So, but yeah. So no, but I tell people all the time, like you don't know my experience, bro. You don't know what I went through in life to be able to get here, and people are like, well, you didn't have it tough, or you didn't have it. I was like, yo, like. We had our experiences. I'm not going to try to equate my experiences to yours, but a nigga dealt with a lot of shit as a kid, and hell, even as an adult. But hell, I want to say I haven't dealt with as much as an adult as me trying to come of age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn, like we was really, shit was happening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, it's just one of the things growing up, and some people haven't shaking that mentality. Others have grown, others haven't, and we just got to be cautious of just being kind to other people, understanding that. And this, I guess, this would be my message to end. But it's just like try to understand other people's like what they have going on. Don't try to automatically assume that they're only thinking about themselves, because when you try to give and then it's weird. You're trying to give, but people don't want to take what you're trying to put out there. It's like, okay, cool. Well, I have to focus on myself and putting that energy towards good things that I have going on or that I'm trying to get rolling, because you get stuck in that whole life of trying to say, well, I'm trying to lose back to the weight. I'm trying to lose 3 pounds. I'm trying to get this corporate job. I'm trying to buy a house, or I'm trying to do all of these things to attain. And we get so wrapped up into trying to, I don't want to say trying to do for others, but like I say, focus on yourself and then try to help others at the same time. And if what trying to help others at the same time impacts what you're trying to do, then fuck it. Let that shit go and go ahead and focus on yourself. And if that's taken as selfish, then it is what it is. So what about you? What's your last words?
Yeah, my last words is going to be a take on what you started with. Your past is your past. You can't redo it. You can't undo it. You can't get nowhere. So learn from it, but don't let it affect your growth. Right? I know people that's still concerned about what happened in high school 30 years later. At one point, you have to let go of this stuff and start living for today, and understand that you can't undo tomorrow. And if you let that imprison your mind, then they win it. And when I say they winning, I'm saying the forces that want you to be down or don't want you to succeed. You have to become what you have to become what you want to be, right? Yeah. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be somebody who can live in multiple cities or have multiple houses, or if you want find out how it works and get there. And nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do it for you. It's going to be hard, and leave your past behind and concentrate on the present and future, but still keep the lessons from behind.
See, I like that. See, one thing I want to, expound on your entrepreneurship, and you mentioned this before or earlier within the podcast. It's like, yo, you can't do it by yourself. Like that's one of them. Like we get into this whole Detroit versus everybody or Muskegon versus everybody mentality. It's like, yes, you can do and push for yourself, but if you're trying to entrepreneur, like you're creating a business. Like you're creating a business to be able to make money, which means that if you have a business, somebody has to take part within your business for you to make money, you can't just make money by yourself. Like you have to have, like if you have a product or if you have something that you're creating or an idea, then those ideas have to be able to be taken from or taken by others and accepted for you to be successful. If you're just creating some type of business and nobody it's just like me, starting out DJing. Like I can't DJ if I ain't got no parties if I ain't got no people to DJ for. You know what I'm saying? Like I could DJ all I want in my crib and I won't make no money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if I have a following or a place to go, or you got to have people that believe in you to say that guy can handle the party, or that guy can come up with this plan, or that guy can do this to be able to be successful. Just know that entrepreneurship isn't just about starting a business. It's about starting a business to be successful, to work with other people. So that's all I got to say. I don't know if you want to add on to that, Brian.
If it don't make dollars, don't make sense. And like, again, check me out, jbscoffee.com. Sign up for the updates. We're going to be launching a bunch of stuff. And the whole thing of it is to get an education with your coffee too. So like all our drinks are, all our specialty drinks are named after African-American in history and living history and now, right? So check out the website. Let me know what you're thinking. I still got to get a Native American and a Mexican American.
Yeah, diversify that shit.
Celebrate. Yeah, and if you ask,
put George Washington in that bitch. Nah, I was just fucking with you.
Got enough. You got a lot of streets. You got a lot of streets named after him, right? Yeah, he good.
Nah, fuck George Washington, nigga. That nigga had slaves. Fuck that nigga. Anyways, make sure
he was like 250 years, man.
We make all these excuses about like the shit that we learned in the history. I was like, yeah, these niggas had slaves though. We used 3/5 of them niggas at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? But all the said,
that was an upgrade. See, that's what people don't understand.
We was fucking animals before, nigga. Like niggas was treating us like motherfucking mongoose and motherfucking bears in this bitch. Like nigga.
Worse than horses. At least horses, they knew where they was getting them from, right? Like they had better records for horses than they did for slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Dental records for horses, and they couldn't identify certain slaves. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
But
anyway, make sure y'all like, subscribe.
On the high note, we here. You know what I'm saying? On the high note,
we fought. We made it. I mean, we still struggle to be able to get that visibility. As I said, I feel like we on the bottom of the totem pole as far as respect. You can disrespect us as much as possible in the public, and we don't get that much love. Whereas other I want to say organizations, but other groups get mentioned, and then it used to be a Twitter frenzy or people getting canceled and stuff like that. I'm seeing too many people get canceled for saying nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was just the one nigga Kramer that caught smoke. Like everybody else, like shit, I ain't seen no like shit. Even that dude that was on the well, he doesn't say nigga, but the dude that was saying the racist jokes with Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's just what he do. It's like, man, fuck all that. Like, this shit is still racist or still prejudice. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I can't wait to have an excuse to punch somebody in the mouth. I know they're gonna use if I ever run for office. Yeah, I'll punch somebody in the mouth. You let the president say so. And I am not a supporter of Donald Trump. That dude, maybe it's a hater because he keep winning shit. But like, I don't like the dude. So
I feel you. Shit, I'm with you. Nah, it's just interesting that when we accept certain things, but then we let other things pass. And this goes to, as I said, with Amazon and Target. Like, we'd be cool with Amazon because them niggas get your shit there quicker. But you say Target, but shit, I ass got to drive 20, 25 minutes to get there. It's like, well, shit, I can cancel them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and anything else you got to say, Brian?
I don't got nothing to say before I start up another conversation.
Yep, I'm ready because I'm ready to go, and I'm like, shit, I gotta get the hell out of here. I'm already running behind. So cool. All right, well, make sure.
If you push them off, then holla.
Hey, give another plug for the coffee shop.
jbscoffee.com. Check it out. Sign up for the updates. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. Doesn't cost you a penny.
Cool. All right, y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you go to JBS Coffee. What's the URL again?
jbscoffee.com. It's that simple.
Okay, go to jbscoffee.com. When is the launch?
The launch is around. We're still shooting for October, but it might be pushed back depending on this new permitting thing that they got. It's always something. So
okay, cool.
October. That's a goal, baby.
Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna make it October. All right, y'all. Talk to you soon.